Number 2, reading aloud your daily text.
吃肉 vs 不吃肉第一章。好客气老师的学生们讨论吃肉的好处。有些学生觉得吃肉违反自然法则且残忍，另一些学生则不认同他们。好客气老师认为辩论是很合理的。
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the second part of our class. It's story time. I'll read the article or the story aloud first, and then you listen to the proper pronunciation. Then it's your turn. Your turn to read this article aloud, not just quietly, but read it aloud. Now, here we go. The story today is called To Meet or Not to Meet. Teacher Hao is not a vegetarian. He likes to call himself a 90% vegetarian. He does not eat red meat, but occasionally he eats chicken or fish. He did not start this diet because of some ethical concern. Rather, his doctor told him he should eat less meat, especially red meat, for a healthier life. So now he enjoys a healthy diet, mostly vegetarian, but a little meat once in a while. Recently, however, his students have been discussing the ethical concerns of eating meat. One student says, "Look at us. Our bodies are not made to eat meat. No claws, no sharp teeth for ripping flesh. Also, could anyone here digest a chunk of raw zebra without a lot of difficulty?" He goes on. "We have evolved to eat fruit, vegetables, nuts, and cereals. Our bodies function best when we do not eat meat." A cooking student counters. "After I'm finished grilling a lovely fillet, nobody will have trouble eating and digesting it." A student studying nutrition adds, "The human body can digest meat, and it needs protein, minerals, and vitamins found in meat for a healthy, balanced diet. Just do not eat too much." "But it's cruel," says another student. "No, it's not," rebuts a business student. He tells everyone of a report he read describing the latest development in animal husbandry. A new farm raises animals in the most humane way. There is lots of room to run around. They eat good, and they even listen to nice music played by a violinist. When it's their turn to go to the chop block, a spiritual leader blesses them, and the whole process is over quickly and painlessly. Teacher Hao scratches his head. "It sounds fair and quite humane. If people can get the food they need, and it is done in a way that is not cruel to animals, is this not reasonable? So, who wants fries with their burger?" That's it for our story today. Very interesting story. It's about the students, and they're discussing whether they should be eating meat or whether they should be vegetarians. And the first argument looks very interesting because one student, Teacher Hao, doesn't eat very much meat. As a matter of fact, I don't eat very much meat. I'm that 90% vegetarian, mostly for health reasons, but it's also good for the planet and good for animals as well. But here the students say, well, look at our bodies. We don't have big claws. We don't have big teeth. We're not made to eat flesh. And our body works better, which it does. It's more healthy if we eat vegetarian type of food. But then a cooking student says, well, don't worry. I'll just cook it up and you'll love it. And the nutritionist student says, yes, as a matter of fact, we need the protein, minerals, and vitamin in meat. Well, that's a good argument. But another student says it's cruel. But then the business student said, well, no, there's a new way to raise animals. It's not very cruel at all. So, Teacher Al doesn't know what to think. It sounds pretty good, and we might need to eat some meat as well. So, is that reasonable? That's what he asks. And that's what our article is about today. Now, it's your turn to do some reading. So, read this article, but read it aloud. Maybe read it to your friends and family, and they'll be interested to hear the story as well. That's it for our reading. Let's go on to the next part of our class.